Hello YouTube, this is Adv2k169 with my good friend here.
Funbaba00.
And unfortunately Mr. Scratimus is not here. We were trying to contact him and we were trying to do everything, but he is absent. And friend Dukaloops decided he's going to do a review on his own. So we're kind of just the two of us. But today we'll be reviewing All-Star Superman, which is a brand new DVD/Blu-ray DC Universe animated original movie based on this comic book of the same name. And the comic book, which I do own, by the way, was done by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely, and that was done way back in 2006. So it's not that, it's a pretty new story. So how do we do this? Do you want to do spoilers or no spoilers?
Yeah, let's scramble these eggs. Because they already know if it's all in the comic already.
Well, this Blu-ray DVD just came out.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And the thing is, it's hard to really grasp the whole story because it's such an epic,
Well, that's true. I guess the only way then you can spoil it is by not telling which parts of the movies made it.
Okay, well, let's just do a basic summary. Funbaba, do the summary of the whole movie.
Superman kicked ass! And more ass again. That's my version of it.
Alright, well, basically, Superman has a job to do around the sun. And there is some side effects. And he has some adventures. And I guess it has a lot of adventures. And I guess that's basically, in a nutshell, several adventures he has after he has a big... it starts the movie off next to the sun. And as you may know, Superman gets his strength through the yellow sun of Earth. Therefore, he has a side effect, which we will not mention, because that's actually a big spoiler. And but now, since I actually do own the comics, they do a pretty damn good job of keeping the original idea of comics. They do cut things out, but this tend to happen. One thing that I kind of like that I'm kind of sad is not in there is this graphic. Funbaba, please describe this graphic.
Oh yeah, it's Superman pooping on a cloud.
Or basically looking down, kind of looking all smug as...
Yeah, it's the relief face.
That's a nice shot. But there's this one huge subplot with Bizarro, which is Bizarro.
Oh, Bizarro.
And I like that story a lot.
I love Bizarro.
So, that was out. That was cut out. It was a huge story. I kind of know, I guess, for time, but, yeah, a lot of things were done. Besides that, it was pretty accurate. I mean, there's some other stuff here and there with actual city and glass.
Spoiler, Dumbledore kills Snake. Is that it? Is that the right one?
No. Now, one thing we should mention is the voice actors. What did you think?
Oh wow, yeah, it was really, really good. I couldn't notice that it was a comic. Or comic-y.
Well, that's the thing too. I'm so used to Superman from the other animated movies and TV shows. I kind of expect Tim Daly to do the Superman. I think that's the guy that does it. And so, but he did a great job. And Lois too, and Lex, I liked them all. I didn't love any one of them. Everyone was like, this is perfect.
Yeah, that's right. That's really hard to find. But hey, I mean, it wasn't David Spade, so I'm happy.
So, I thought it was a very good cast. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either. I would give the voice cast, which, for an animated movie is very important. I'll probably give it maybe a 7. That voice cast really worked.
C-.
It wasn't perfect, but it felt really good. Now, one aspect of this story was, I guess, the emotion. And it felt a little bit more slower paced than other kinds of Superman animated movies or animated movies in general from DC. What do you think of that?
Sorry, man, I kind of zoned out for a second there. I was thinking of the physics and Superman. I mean, that really rubbed off on me, so I'm still glowing from that, actually. Sorry, ADV.
So, my question again was the fact that, what do you think of the emotional impact this story had? And do you think the slower pace, it does pick up toward the end, but it is a slower pace than other animated series. What do you think?
No, it was good because that slower pace, they really fill in a lot. I mean, like Lois, the whole story with Lois and Superman, that was actually really, I was surprised. Well, I know nothing about Superman, I'm an amateur, but I was taken aback like in the early part of the movie, which is pretty cool to do actually,
Yeah, I mentioned that because some people may complain, well, there's all these huge action scenes and they kind of just gloss over them, and I don't care, because it actually develops the story a lot more than I expected it to, because one aspect of All-Star Superman is the fact that there's several subplots. Several. So I was really worried that they would, the comic book did pretty good how they managed all those subplots, but there's other Kryptonians, to not spoil. There is...
See, I didn't know that. I never read this comic before.
Well, remember the yellow people?
Oh, yes. Always the yellow people.
It was that. It was Lois's birthday. And now I found a treasure.
Did you find something in your toilet bowl? You want to share with the rest of us?
Anyways, the treasure is excellent movie making. We're doing one cut here. Fuck it. Keep going. So, yeah.
So spoilers, all three. Go ahead.
No, but honestly, I like the slower pace a lot. I thought I thought it was just made it more adult, made it more serious, and made it more enjoyable because of that.
Well, shoot, if it's the end game, you want it to drag, because you want to spend your last minutes. You want to stretch them out with your hero, buddy.
So yeah, I really enjoy this. I was surprised because I really enjoy the comic book, but I didn't know how it would work, because there's so many different stories in here, and they managed to make it work really, really well. Mm-hmm. So the voice acting was really good. The story develops very nicely and smoothly, and the action scenes in this I actually really enjoyed too.
Yeah, they were good.
Some of the things are pretty cool, just how they did the actual graphics, just like they did in the comics, where, Parasite, the colors. That just is so cool to see, the animation of that. Now, we did watch it in Blu-ray, in high definition.
A Parasite can suck my soul. That's right.
So what do you think of the Blu-ray? Is it the animation and the colors?
Oh, well, actually, I was distracted by my comfortable chair here. That Adv2k1 was finally so good to get for me. All these times I would do these reviews, I'd be sitting on the floor. And so now I have broken into his chair, seams and all, and I'm a happy camper.
So what about the animation and the visuals?
Oh, yeah. They were all good. They're all very good. But what got me in the end was... I enjoyed a lot the physics. I really did. I like that whole that theme of it in the whole story, and that in Lex Luthor too. How he comes to his own epiphany of quantum reality there. That opened up his world. He wasn't such an asshole anymore, I guess, as far as character arcs go, which was damn good. Well, again, this is Endgame, so everything's on the table now. So. I enjoyed this a lot, actually. I mean, I never have any expectations going into Superman myself. Again, I'm sorry, I'm a complete amateur. I'm new at this, but I was impressed. So kudos, kudos.
So what would you give it at a score of 1 to 10? This is actually really hard to actually score it because I really enjoy it. I completely was lowballing it before it came out. That this is not going to be very good. It's just kind of too many stories in All-Star Superman to really work out, but they managed to work it out. So what would you give it at a 1 out of 10?
Well, I think as far as quantum uncertainty goes, I'm going to go with a 10.
A 10?
Yes.
Ah.
And a 10. There. 10-10. 3, 2, 1.
I'll give this a solid 9. Just because I like the subplot from Zabaro. It's just kind of sad that he wasn't in there, but I understand why he got cut off. And, just like the comic book, which is a complaint in the comic book as well, some of the battles, some of the things just were too easy. Which is fine, but at the same time, it feels a little cheated at times. So that aspect kind of takes it down, but I really did enjoy this. And if you're a fan of Superman, a fan of the animated movies so far, I really think this is his best yet.
ADV, I have a question for you. Dr. Manhattan or Superman?
Well, maybe the Superman at the end of this movie could handle Dr. Manhattan.
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
Maybe. But that's for another podcast, review, internet, movie, YouTube, whatever. Alright, I guess
Wait, one more. How about Dr. Manhattan versus the Hulk versus Superman?
Dr. Manhattan would be able to make the Hulk explode.
I gotta show you that video.
Alright, well, that's for another time, but ADV2k169 and Funbaba00 out of here. Say goodbye.
Bye.